Hi everyone! So first video review for this week is for Marmalade Martini by Julie Forrester. If you'd like to check out my Goodreads review, I have just posted that, so if you're on Facebook or on my blog there is a link within the post, and if you're on YouTube there is a link in the description below. And this is the video review. So Marmalade Martini by Julie Forrester was an engaging thrill to read. It was a little bit different. When I saw the book and Julie contacted me about reading it, I wasn't sure what to expect. It has a cocktail on the front cover which looks lovely and vibrant and bright, so I wasn't really sure if it'd be like a girls' night out type of thing, and I wasn't really sure what I was expecting when I picked up the book and what I would be reading. But really, for me, it was, like I say, an engaging thrill to read. It was something a little bit different, because it follows the events after one night that changes everything for architect Jamie Barker. She has a lot to learn about trust, friendships, and most importantly that nothing and no one is ever as it seems. She is on one hell of an adventure in this story. So she finds her past is catching up with her a little bit, and a new relationship begins to develop after she makes a friend in a bar, but it isn't without misunderstanding and it isn't without an awful lot of heartache. So it's not a smooth ride for Jamie. From the very beginning she is up against it. So like I said, it was a really thrilling story. It had lots of action and it had the typical quirk of two people who have a connection but completely misread the situation, and then it sort of results in a slow burn romance because they just seem to misunderstand each other, the interactions, everything. They are really anxious and self-aware, and it creates difficulty for them in pursuing their relationship. And so the story is very much Jamie's, and it gives a good insight into her thoughts. It does touch on parts of the story from Kate, who's the other main character, but it's more so Jamie, and it adds extra depth to have a bit from Kate's perspective, but really to have most of it from Jamie's. You're getting a sense of a really vulnerable character who is living quite a difficult life, really. She's not had an easy past, and it ends up, like I say, catching up with her, and it gives you extra understanding into how they're both feeling and their thought process, because you need that. You definitely need that. So seeing snippets of their past really helps you understand their present and their thoughts, and why they act the way they do with each other and make the assumptions that they do about one another and who they're with and everything. It's really complex in that sense, and for a debut novel it was really strong and exciting with that complexity. It takes a lot to build a story on complex relationships and to involve characters that will cause that misunderstanding between the two main characters. So it was well written, and it was really realistic with the type of mayhem that can ensue from toxic situations. Like, it was really quite genuine in that sense, because when you have these toxic situations they often snowball, and they have that type of effect on other areas of your life, which is very much something Jamie and Kate found. So obviously, being in slow burn, it takes a long time for these two characters to come to their senses, but it is definitely worth the wait. I really felt that connection between them, and Julie was really taking the time to build it in a way for you as the reader to get to understand both the characters before they entered any sort of romantic relationship, even though they had that chemistry and tension from pretty much the get-go. So for me, you know, Jamie has two relationships in this novel. One with Kate, who's her love interest, sort of on the side kind of love interest because she's not entirely sure about it. And then one with Alex, who's her best friend, who teaches her quite a lot, because they're both very different, and how she interacts with both her friends, Kate and Alex, is quite unique. She has a different way of dealing with Kate, and then she has a different way of dealing with Alex, especially when she starts to learn more about Alex, when she thought she knew her, and she's very much that catalyst to everyone's not who they seem. But Jamie's very human in her reactions and her dealings with situations, her feelings. She's a bit pessimistic because she's been hurt in the past, but that was all very realistic, and it all built well with her character. So, you know, she's been hurt before. She's a wary character, and that's what I expected from her. Quite vulnerable, and to have quite a controlling best friend like Alex as well was something that caused a lot of the assumption and misunderstanding between her and Kate. You know, it all has that knock-on effect, and it was all well sort of put together to create that knock-on effect as well, and to draw you in as the reader, to make sure that you got that from her two relationships, and then the difficulties they were both causing her, and that it would cause the sort of reactions and effect it would have on the other relationships. So this was a really interesting story and really lovable characters, really realistic, and I do look forward to reading more about Jamie and Kate in the future, hopefully, because being slow burn, they didn't get as much time in their relationship as they will have now, and it would be great to see where they're at in the future, and whether as characters they developed and everything. It would be absolutely great. So I really enjoyed this story. It was really good. I will pop a link in the description so that you can go and grab a copy and give it a try. Like I say, this was Julie Forrester's debut novel, and it was a really good debut, so you might want to go and check it out. If you do, link obviously in the description. So if you've read Marmalade Martini by Julie Forrester, it'd be really great to hear your thoughts. Did you enjoy it? What did you think of it? And if you haven't read it yet, or if it's on your to read list, again, it would be great for you to let us know so that we know what you're interested in reading. And if you do read it, I hope you enjoy it. Bye.